Hi, everybody. This is the butterfly. I hope everyone is well today. It is a beautiful day today, like visually in the sky. But I just wanted to talk to you guys about a few things today. First, I'd like to talk to you guys about the power of subliminal messages, right? Forgive me. I think that's something I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to work on. Like when I say stuff, I'll be like, right? I gotta work for that. Sorry guys. Okay. Subliminal messages. The power of subliminal messages. I don't know if you guys realized lately a lot of really erratic behavior has been happening. Just like around the world. And what I mean by that is like, okay, for instance, a lot of suicides, a lot of murder suicides. Like this morning, I woke up and I was going through YouTube or whatever, checking my subscriptions or whatever, and I came across this one story about how a woman uh went up to like a building in New York, somewhere in Manhattan last week, and jumped off of the roof with her 5-year-old and killed the both of them, like committed suicide and killed, her child. And I'm like, oh my God, like what? I just can't imagine what would possess a person to do such a thing. So I'm just like, there has to be something more to it, and just like learning everything that I've learned during, my journey down the rabbit hole, it's like, you know, it has to be something to do with like subliminal messages because they're already uh like spraying smart dust, they're spraying chemtrails, and all they need is the vax to really just like sync it all together. So, you know, I'm just like, this is me theorizing, all of the things that's going on because like here in New York, I want to say like a month ago, there was a story about a man who jumped in front of the train with holding his 5-year old. Like he died, but the 5-year old survived. And I'm just like, what could be causing this erratic behavior just like that? And it brings me to this um movie I saw one time called They Live, right? It's like all of these messages was like it was like this guy and somebody gave him these glasses, right? And when he put the glasses on, he could see all these messages on the boards, like the advertisement boards, the ones that have advertisements for perfume and maybe a car advertisement, or all of these billboards. It's like when you look at them with your naked eye, you can see it just looks like a billboard. Nothing, nothing special. But when he would put these glasses on, it would have like messages like surrender and obey and things like that. And and it just got me to thinking about, you know, these subliminal messages that could be possibly be used against these people to cause them to have such like out of the way behavior. I mean, like anger, okay, but like when you're so angry to where you just, or you're so distraught to where you're not only gonna end your life, but you're gonna try to end the life of your child or people around you, or even maybe a stranger. So it has to be something more to this. And I remember one time, I, I believe sometime last year, I went to like this show with my cousin, in Philadelphia, right? So as soon as we got in Philadelphia, it's just like now I'm usually a pleasant person. Like, especially when we're going to an event, I'm a little gung ho. Like, yes, what are we gonna do? Yes, we're about to turn up. You know what I'm saying? That's me, right? So we get to Philadelphia. As soon as we got to the hotel location, it just like my whole energy was just feeling, I don't know, kind of constricted. It like I felt like something was pushing against my energy. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like nudging me, and it was kind of getting me annoyed. But I'm like trying to like throw it over my shoulder or whatever, right? So this whole time we're in Philly, I'm just like I'm hating it here. I'm just like, oh my god, I don't want to. I can't wait till we get out of here. You know, this whole environment is just rubbing me the wrong way. Like we had went to I think McDonald's and stuff, and then I'm trying to order something, and like the people there was just so like rude, and it was just crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I don't know what was happening. So come to find out a little while later that in Philadelphia they use like a certain kind of energy frequency. Hi, rabbit. Hi. Be careful out there driving. Love you much. Oh my God, your video yesterday, it moved me to tears. I was just like, yo, she's saying exactly, how I feel, and I could really resonate with that. But as I was saying, oh, I'm sorry. Right. So I don't know if I got through the movie part about the okay, the subliminal message. There's a lot of people out here just acting crazy, right? So come to find, oh right, Philadelphia. So come to find out, they were using like these direct energy frequency device to kind of keep the teenagers out of the park at night. You know what I'm saying? It would keep people off. It's some kind of device that they was using that would keep people off of the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like keep the crowds dispersed. And if I'm not mistaken, they actually did use it somewhere recently where the police, I love you too, Rabbits. Genuinely, for real. um I can't remember where they were, but they were using these energy devices, right, to kind of disperse the crowd because it's not something that you can hear. It's more or less something that you can feel. More like how they changed the police sirens in New York City, so they're not only like auditory. You could kind of feel the uh the sirens. You know what I'm saying? It's so weird. You can feel the sirens. It's almost like when you in a club and you dancing to the bass with the music. You can feel it's that kind of sensation of feeling it, and you want to get out of the way of it, right? So that's what they have been using. On another level, coming back to what I was saying about this movie called They Live, right? It was like some messages were coming through everywhere. They were just, they were coming through the television. You know what I'm saying? Like the person on TV would be like this alien, but you could only see, you know, just the regular person, which brings me, but yes, actual, yes, frequencies. It's like the frequency that uh they are sending out is blinding us to what is really going on around here. In addition to that, it is sending messages to our brain. For example, right? When I was working and I used to have to ride the train, right? I don't know, for some reason I'd be standing on the platform and shit, and then it just like I would feel this strong urge to want to jump on the fucking tracks. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, what the fuck? Nah. You know what I'm saying? I would be fighting in my own mind, like, nah, I'm not finna do that. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it would be such a strong fucking urge, and I would be like, So it's like I started doing this thing, and my ex used to laugh. My ex and my daughter used to laugh at me, like when I get out of the train or when the train is pulling into the station and I'm not getting on it or I'm getting off of it, and it's pulling out and I'm too far away from the exit, I will hold on to one of the platform posts. I just feel like I need to hold on to it. You know what I'm saying? Because these messages I would get in, I would think they would be thoughts in my head, and I'd be like, why the fuck am I thinking crazy shit like this? And you know what I'm saying? I'm not jumping in front of the fucking train. You know what I'm saying? So, like, these things that people are doing just erratic like that. In addition to that, people don't know we are like shapes also affect us. Like for instance, I learned something very interesting from another YouTuber named Young Pharaoh. You guys might want to check him out. He has a lot of different kind of perspective information that will just put you on another path, because the funny thing about information, right? It's all there for you, right? It's all there. But if you're not aware of this information even existing, or you don't even know to look for this information, you won't gain this knowledge, right? And knowledge is really power. It's power to protect you. It's even power to manipulate people. That's how we have been manipulated so long, because these entities, they know so much and we know so little, and we just like moving through the motions, and things are happening to us and we don't understand why, right? So when I woke up and I saw the story about the the mother who took her 5-year-old up to the roof and jumped off the fucking roof and killed herself and her child, I just was like, I just got in the mind of that movie, and I feel like, which brings me back to what I had said before. We can't rest on only the fact that the light has won. We have to stay vigilant, because, and guard our thoughts and guard our energy, because the simple fact is that these entities, they still have secret weapons that they are unleashing on us. Like the picture that I have in front of this to announce this video, it has a picture of music, the effects of music frequencies on water, right? Excuse me, my hair's still wet. This shit is coming down my damn face. I'm sorry, guys. All right, that's why I had to pin it up. I gotta go out in a few minutes, but right, like the picture that I have on my post announcing my video is a picture how music frequency affects water. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the picture on the left, or for because I don't know how to put it up here yet. The picture, one of the pictures, you can clearly see the design of the inside of the water, right? It's like a pretty snowflake. You can clearly see the design. Well, that is the frequency of love, which is 432 hertz. That is the frequency of love. Well, what I have learned through listening to Young Pharaoh, and doing extra research to back that up, they have what they were doing was using the 440 hertz interview of the music. And if you look at the picture, the other picture is very distorted. Now, that is an example of what that does to our biofields, right? So imagine a barrage of these subliminal messages coming through every era. Like we have, some they have been putting these 5G towers up. That is an integral part of this new system that they were trying to impart on us, right? And some people are susceptible. And I keep saying that everything about this system is a choice. Okay, it is a choice, and if people don't choose their rights over fear, being scared into doing something that is against their best interest, then it's really gonna be a sad time. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as incarnations, right? Oh, I just wanted to say another thing about the music. Um, the the shapes, as well as I was saying, are some things that they emit signals to us. Okay, for instance, what they have been doing is holding our mind in a open box by having us focus on the cross. If you understand, um, if you can like take a look at sacred geometry, the cross, when you open it up, a box, when you a cube, actually, when you open it up, it opens up into a cross, right? So our consciousness has been really boxed up into this cube, and they want to keep it that way. So in order to do that, they have been distorting our biofield and interrupting our frequency. So a person might think that these are their own thoughts. They might not understand that these thoughts are coming outside of themselves. You know what I'm saying? So that also brings me to another idea of that we have to really take this time to look into ourselves, face in our darknesses, strengthen our weaknesses, and enhance our strengths. You know, because this is a very, very, very critical time. These entities, they are pulling out all the stops. I remember watching a video about this young girl. It was a young girl in India, and she was saying how she doesn't even look at Beyonce. She doesn't even watch Beyonce. You know, she doesn't listen to her music or anything. But she was sent a dream that this latest song. Excuse me, guys. I'm gonna light a little spliffy here. She was saying that this latest song that she was coming out with, I guess, along with this movie Black is King or some old shit like that, that she was doing, that she saw in her dream Beyonce doing a spell over this music, right? So I was like, yeah, they put messages even in the music that they put out here. That's why I don't want to listen to none of that shit no more. Even the stuff, the people that I used to like and stuff like that, like Rihanna and shit like that. I mean, I enjoyed her music and stuff like that, but I just don't want to take the chance that they have put some kind of glamour in that shit that may affect me, because I reject and I rebuke all of that. You know what I'm saying? And there was another thing that I wanted to say about the subliminal message. Okay, right. I was in Texas, and my sister had started playing what's his name, Future song. And you know that yeah baby, I forget what's the name of this, how this shit go. It goes but before the song starts, right, and I've heard this song at least 100 fucking times, right, and have sung the shit myself, okay, and just dance my life away to it, all right. But I have never heard this before the song gets going. He goes, I'm a devil worshiper. And then the song starts. It goes, yeah, baby. I was like, oh shit, I have never heard that before. I've never heard that in the song. You know what I'm saying? But they turn the frequency up to 440 hertz, so you can really only hear the beat, because the beat affects your body. That's why sometimes when you hear music and shit, even though you may not necessarily know the song, you may not necessarily like the music, but your body is kind of, your foot is kind of tapping, you know what I'm saying, or you kind of swaying, or you doing your head like that. That's because it affects our body. Music affects our body. Frequencies affect our biofield. So what I'm thinking is that maybe these people are really affected by subliminal message that are constantly being sent out, and I feel like we are being barraged with it, like especially these places in New York City, like Times Square and in the subway, because I would never get no thought like that nowhere else. Like if I'm standing there getting ready to cross the street, you know what I'm saying, to be big trucks going by and shit like that. I have no desire to jump and jump or whatever. But when I go in that fucking subway, I be standing there and shit. I be standing there next thing you know, just like you just start look. Well, I don't know me. I would just start looking at the fucking tracks. You know what I'm saying, and then thinking about the train coming in and me jumping, like almost seeing the whole shit in my fucking mind, and I was like, no. You know what I'm saying? And I would get so fucking offended by even the thought. And like be like, why would you think of something like that? And you know what I'm saying? Like really having it out with myself, until I understood that these beings, they have been really assaulting us on every level because they understand what we are, how we work. You know what I'm saying? They've even unplugged our DNA. We only had they left two DNA strands activated. That's enough just to keep us functioning and able to be controlled, and you know what I'm saying, just barely able to see past the surface of where we are. But we actually have 12 angelic DNA strands, you know what I'm saying, that have been unplugged by these freaking monsters. So like they know the things to do to really get to us. And just like, I just want people to be so aware right now of uh what is going on. And I'm just asking people to like really try to guard themselves as much as they can. Like for me, when I'm sleeping, I listen to 432 hertz music, or I listen to the angelic frequency 528 hertz, just like while I'm sleeping, just to try to guard my energy. I have a salt stone pyramid, that turns all of the colors of the chakras that we're aware of. But I do all of these things to try to, tune the frequency. Even smells can help you with keeping your frequency guarded and protected, because some of these low frequency energies, they don't like love vibrations. That it affects them, it harms them. So if you can keep your love vibration guarded from them in all kinds of ways, by watching what you ingest, like guarding your frequency, and maybe, um, every now and again, blessing yourself with some aroma. My friend, she does oils, and she puts like stone, it's like stone infused oils. This one is an obsidian infused frankincense, because frankincense is my favorite scent. It's my favorite. This is frankincense and rosebud, obsidian infused frankincense, and it's another fragrance. I can't remember the name, and I don't have my glasses, but I love these little fragrances because it just makes me happy, you know and I always put my little glitter on, when I'm talking, glitter to my mouth so I can say shimmery words to your heart, and above my eyes so I can see the shining light, so I can pinpoint the focus of what I'm supposed to be saying. But that's just my judge, the way I get myself together. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to talk a little bit about. I mean, if I haven't gone through everything regarding the power of subliminal messages. Um, if I remember something, I'll come back to it. Oh, one more thing. As I said, that is one of the things that are at work here with the sheep. The power of subliminal messages, the power of suggestion, because they have no idea why they hate Trump. Other than their favorite celebrity or someone that they like or they're in league with told them to. So we obviously know they're not practiced in using their own. I wonder who that could be. I'm gonna have to define that. Okay. They're not versed in using their own discernment in their own ideas and things. But they gonna learn, because what can you do? But that is a form of the power of suggestion too. You understand? So it's like they also mentioned like the placebo effect. You ever felt sick, right? You felt really sick, you were like, oh my god, I can't take, these home remedies is not working, I got to go to the doctor. Okay. But as soon as you see that doctor, before you even took the prescription, you actually feel better. Okay. Because that is in your mind. That is the placebo effect. They also use that in experimentation. Sometimes they'll give during the experiment. They'll have two groups, Group A, Group B, and they'll tell you that they're going to give you this drug and all of the side effects that may be happening to you. But what you really is getting is the placebo, and your mind is really causing all the effects. You know what I'm saying? Which should tell us the power of our mind, which is that's just a modicum of the real power that we have in our mind. But with that regard, I wanted to talk a little bit about incarnation, a theory that I have about incarnation, and also about children and incarnation, right? It's a theory I have. It's a real strong thought I had, and I just want to share an experience of incarnation that I've had and that I had to point out to a family member most recently, right? So I have my cousin. Like we used to live in this house in Brooklyn together, right? My mom lived there, her mom, her father. It was like three floors. And we all lived in the whole house. The whole family lived in the whole house. So we grew up together basically. So my cousin, you know what I'm saying? And he just has this way about him. He would be like he's so talented. He's so funny. He got a lot of friends. You know what I'm saying? He was a DJ. He liked to do, deal with music. He could perform. He was just really talented and personable, right? And we lost him. He got shot and killed, right? And that was hard for us because we was really close at that time. We used to do a lot together. We just used to do a lot together. Even used to do a lot of mischief. I remember we stole his aunt's car. Stole his mom's car, and we all did like a joyride. And come to find out, the reason why the car was all parked up and shit is because it was running out of oil. We could have blew up. We piled up in the car like Mexicans joyriding this shit. Anyway, he died, right? So his sister had a son, and his sister's light skin, and the baby daddy's dark skin. Okay, fine, but I swear, this son is he don't look like my cousin Tony, but like when you see somebody and you recognize them, and you know them, like they in your family and you know them, just their sheer presence, like you know them. I don't know how to explain it. It's like you know them. Okay, more than I can explain this shit. You know them because it's like you recognize their way. Like, okay, that's how they sit, that's how they walk, that's how they talk, that's their mannerisms. That's them. It's like seeing them wearing a fucking Halloween costume and shit, a really good Halloween costume, but it is them, right? I had to point out to my cousin the other day that that's your brother. Okay, your nephew is your brother reincarnated, okay, into this life as him. So which brings me to what I wanted to say, the theory that I had about children, right? We think of children as our children, little representations of ourselves, and that's my child, so I'm going to decide what's best for them, and this, that, third, right? But I had a really profound thought when I was listening to one of the angelic messages. It was basically like, you know one will be learning from children. We'll be learning from children in the way that, no, learning with children. They were saying that basically that we'll all be go because we all have to relearn, because of the fact that we've been lied to for so long, for centuries, and a lot of the things that we learned have been handed down by our families and society. So we have centuries of unlearning things, and being that we have an understanding that children are actually souls that decided to reincarnate under your care. So they're really not yours. Yeah, their souls just reincarnated under your care to either teach you something or for you to learn something, or for you to nurture them so that they can do something, for a purpose. It's not way we think, it's not the way we think. So children really are like, they really decided to be with us. They're not, help me, universe, help me. I think the best way I could explain it is when I did say that children are like souls that decided to incarnate into our family under our care. So we are supposed to take care of children. We're supposed to love and respect them as individual souls, not as entities that we are in possession of. If that makes sense, that we have the right to restrict. Like, it is our job just to guide and love them. It's not our job to decide for them what, you know kind of life that they're going to have, or if that makes sense. So with the aspect that we are immortal and we have lived several lives, I feel like we just, we reset, we reset. And it also says, it also came through in the message that we could decide if we want to become flesh at all. We can decide that we just want to stay a spirit, on the outer realms, and we don't want to uh become dense, where it's more or less, it's almost like buying a house and being stuck. Because now that's your house. You live there. So that's where you live. You know what I'm saying? You're stationary, more or less, like, where we get closer to our natural state, we're more like trans-dimensional, beings. So we really have to think of it that way. But however, if one should decide to take the vax, that's the end of that. You have essentially locked yourself in, to this house that you bought. You know what I'm saying? You locked in. You locked in and you have given up your free will for good, for good, for good this time because this is the game that we are playing for keeps. I mean, we decided that we're going to incarnate in this life because we want to experience the evolution of our species. Okay, and we want to, we want to be a part of that. Some of us, we decided to incarnate here just for this time because we already came from a place that was elevated beyond this. So I just want people to understand that we are already immortal, and the things that we are doing now is so that it is to promote our evolution, and it is to promote our unity, and our understanding, and that we just need to. I don't want to say need to because it's kind of preachy. Um, I just want us to do what's in our best interest. You know what I'm saying? And try to understand the things that we see because even though we're heading into a light place, I can't say it enough that we do have to face our dark places. We do have to face the dark things that brought us here so that we can stay in the light forever, you know, and ever because uh, these things are not just going to magically disappear. We're going to have to make an effort to, get these things done. So, with that being said, hmm, I think that's it for today. And I just want people to understand that maybe this is a time where the people that you think that you've lost, you might want to look out for them because I'm feeling like this is a time of incarnations that you know people that we lost are going to be coming back, and they're coming back because they've decided to come back, not because we willed it, but they decided, and that's special. And we really just need to get back to looking at it like that, and I guess rejoicing for that regard, because rejoicing in that regard, but in the former regard of subliminal messages, be uh, be aware and guard your energy because this is a time where everything is all bets are off. These beings are fighting for their life because for them it's win or die, just like it was for us. We needed to win or die. We won, and now they're gonna die. So we have to be vigilant because there's so many. I feel like they have left so many traps. You know what I'm saying? Like just in case traps, because I keep thinking of all of the little things that I used to read in the series that I read. I used to read with Stephen King series, the Dark Tower series. It's like when they would go to these other worlds, because the theory in the Dark Tower series is that there are other worlds than these, right? Because in the one of the first books, the gunslinger kind of like draws this 8-year-old clairvoyant boy named Jake to the battle where he's chasing like Merlin, who is basically Randall Flagg, the guy who's you could basically call him the devil, you know what I'm saying? And he's trying to kill him for revenge, for destroying his land or whatever. And he draws this clairvoyant boy through this doorway from another universe, and the wizard forces the gunslinger to make a decision. He either saves the boy who's fallen over the cliff, or you run after me, who you've been chasing all your life. So as he has the boy hanging over the precipice, and he wants to make the decision to drop him, and I guess the boy sees it in his eyes that he wants to drop him. Like, so he goes ahead and gives him the permission. He says, "Listen, go ahead, drop me. There are other worlds than these." And that just struck me. It just struck me. So anyway, what I'm getting to is like, when he was drawn from another world, which he did draw another version of Jake, but not that version, even though uh, the version of Jake that he drew had a dream of him falling and dying. So, which that brings me to another connection where, the Galactics say that whenever one of ourselves have anxiety or something in one dimension, we feel it in the other dimensions. You know what I'm saying? And that reminds me of like a time in my life where I used to just have this bad anxiety, and I never been like a scary person. I've never been like you know a person who's just like scary and shit. It just all of a sudden I just developed this anxiousness. I mean, it would just bloom in my chest, and I would feel like somebody's fucking chasing me, and I would be like, "What is this? Leave me alone." It would be so unnerving and so uncomfortable. I mean, this time of the light age, which I hope people understand that light is truth. It's not only love, it's truth. Okay. When people love you, they're gonna be honest with you. Okay. You love yourself, you're gonna be honest with yourself. Point blank, period. So the light is the truth. So all of these things, come into fruition now. It really explains a lot, you know, on my journey. I mean, it's not over, but it really explains a lot on my journey up till now about things. So I just want everybody to be aware of, these things that, subliminal messages are real. And all of these mind control things that they have been doing, you know, I feel like some people are more susceptible than others because of not being able to guard themselves. Like, I like to keep a lot of stones around me as well. I don't know, for some reason I collect rocks. Like, if I see a rock that looks appealing to me, I will pick it up. I went and met my friend the other day at the beach. Is a rock like I had to hold it with two hands. Okay, I said, "Oh, look at this rock! I'm getting it. I want it." I went, I picked it up, I carried it. I said, I was walking towards my car. Somebody probably thought I was about to break the window. But why I bring up rocks or crystals? Because if I say rocks, my friend Kay, she be like, "These ain't no damn rocks. These is crystals." But I like it. Oh my God. Yes. Some people, you're so right. Hi, main boxing biker. Hi. Yes. Yes. Hi. Namaste. Welcome. Yes. Some people can't hear sounds. I actually hear sounds in my head in the morning, like a ringing, you know what I'm saying, a ringing sensation. But I've come to understand that they are sending messages too. The galactics are also sending messages, but these beings, they have all kinds of things that we are just not aware of, and we just have to be careful because the things that we don't know, they really can hurt us. Okay. They'll tell you shit like, "Oh, what you don't know can't hurt you." That's a lie. That's a lie, because if you don't know that listening to 440 hertz music is actually disturbing you, it's hurting you, it's actually opening your ass up for negative energies to attach themselves to you like a parasite, then you're not going to know these things. You know what I'm saying? And aromas and crystals are things that really will help guard your energy. They will help you uh they will help you just like level out. You know what I'm saying? They will level out and kind of like take some of the energetic burden of life off of you. You know what I'm saying? Because right now is a very serious time. And I need people to understand just because you don't see bullets flying here and there and everywhere doesn't mean that we are not at war. We are at a spiritual war, and at this time, they are fighting for our souls. Okay, and we got to join the fight and fight for our own souls by guarding it, from negative parasitic energies. And I would love for you guys to find out what kind of like crystals that you can get to protect your energy. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be having a special guest as soon as I can schedule it. I'm going to be having a special guest. She deals with crystals. She makes jewelry out of natural objects, and she's recently made this. Oh my God, this I'm such a fairy. Okay. She's making wands now. Okay, guys. She's making wands. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting me one. Okay. I'm getting me one with some crystal on there. And she could put like different kind of crystals and things on there too. But I'm gonna have her on to talk to you guys about all the different energies that you can that these crystals will help you with, and protect you from other energies that you may be like attacked by just by going outside. You know what I'm saying? It's a dangerous world out there. You know what I'm saying? So oh, thank you so much. Do I know who you is? Let me see. Let me see. Let me put main crystal. Like, let me read some of my comments because I'm horrible with that. I'm freaking horrible. Let me read some of my. So we have main boxing biker. Okay. Let's see. I was. You know what? I think I do know who you are. You may be the husband of my crystal guest who's coming up here. Okay, yes, yeah. I think yes, this is her husband. She's gonna be coming up here. She's gonna be showing us wands. Listen, we're gonna be getting our life because she's the one who helped me with my Palo Santo. Hi Jamila. Um, Thank you for joining me. Oh, oh, it is you, yay! So, she's gonna be coming here and she's gonna be showing us about crystals and everything in relation to guarding our energy. Okay, and I'm gonna be doing a couple of interviews, just with people who can help us center ourselves and learn ways to really like meditate and just guard our energy because trust me, these dark entities, they do not want to give up. They do not want to give up. They want us for themselves, and we are free now. We have to remember that we are sovereign, we are powerful, and we have to guard our dreams and guard our light and face our darkness. Face our darkness so that we can give ourselves permission to step into the light. And remember that all we need, if we need any help to do anything, whether it be to raise our vibration, to let go of negative energy, we have our angels to help us, to assist us. So all we have to do is ask them, listen, I need your assistance today. I'm feeling a little bit weak. I need your assistance. Give me some strength. And you will get that because these subliminal messages, they are really dangerous. So you have to really guard your energy. And crystals and scents are some things that will really guard you because it draws your guides closer to you, just as well as certain energies and certain smells can um, repel your guides away from you. Okay, so with that being said, I hope everybody is well, and I just, you know, just be prepared because we have some of these platforms, they may be going down because of the insurrection act that we all know has been signed by President Trump. So what we're just waiting for now is to see what happens next. But no matter what happens, remember that the light wins. God always wins. So as long as you're on the side of righteousness, you will be okay. You will be fine. You just need to have this time to make sure to keep your vibration high so that we can all go into the five dimensions together and live in a life of harmony, prosperity, abundance of dreams, abundance of manifestations of wonders and magic in real time. Okay? Because we are here to bring heaven to earth. Okay? Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. Where we go one, we go all.